That night, Mama's scream cut through the rain like thunder. When I rushed in, she was on her knees, holding my sister's wrist, and the secret that fell from her mouth shattered everything we knew. Before we dive into this story, kindly subscribe, like and share. I still remember the night everything collapsed. The sound of the rain drumming against our zinc roof was loud, but not louder than Mama's scream. That scream still haunts me till today. It was a scream no woman should ever release from her chest. The kind that carried shame, anger, pain, and a lifetime of disappointment all tangled together. I had just returned from the shop where I sold recharge cards and sachet water. The rain had scattered my goods, but I was more worried about Mama. She had been acting restless all evening, pacing around and asking strange questions. "Where is your sister? Where is your brother?" she had asked me. I thought it was her usual suspicion. Mama was a natural warrior, always looking for what wasn't missing. But that night, her worry was different. It was heavy, like she had already seen something too dark to put into words. By the time I entered our one-room apartment, Mama was on her knees, holding my younger sister's wrist. And my sister, my sweet, quiet, obedient sister, was shaking like a leaf. "Talk. If you don't talk, I would die here tonight." Mama's voice cracked like broken glass. My chest tightened. "Mama, what is it?" Mama didn't even look at me. Her eyes were red and wet, locked on my sister. Then the words fell out of her mouth. Words that tore through the walls of our house and buried themselves in my soul. "She is carrying your brother's child." For a moment, I thought I didn't hear well. I laughed, out of confusion. "Mama, I beg stop. That one no even make sense." "How?" But Mama wasn't joking. She slapped my sister, not out of anger but out of desperation, like she was trying to wake her from a spell. And my sister cried. Not the kind of cry that defends itself. No. It was the cry of someone who had no strength left to deny. The world around me dissolved. My ears rang. My legs weakened. I felt like the walls were falling on me. "No, no, no," I whispered, shaking my head like a mad person. But the truth was right there in the room, raw and ugly. My brother, our first son, Mama's pride, the one everybody trusted, had done the unthinkable. And my sister, the one Mama used to boast about in the market, "See this my daughter, she know they give me wahala," was now the carrier of his shame. Mama slumped on the floor, her wrapper shifting, her chest heaving like a drum. "God punished this life," she muttered. "God punished me for giving birth." I rushed to her, but she pushed me away with both hands. "Don't touch me. Don't touch me, because all of you are demons. All of you." Her words sliced through me. Mama wasn't just broken. She was drowning in shame. In her eyes, her whole life had collapsed in one night. The rain outside got heavier. Thunder rolled like war drums. Inside our room, silence swallowed everything. Only my sister's muffled sobs filled the air. She sat on the floor, hugging her knees, her face hidden. She looked smaller than ever, like a child who had been robbed of everything. "Mama," I said, my voice trembling, "let us ask her how it happened. Maybe it's not what we think." But Mama's laughter stopped me. It wasn't laughter of amusement. It was the bitter kind. "Ask her." Mama spat. Did her stomach grow by mistake? Did it enter her body by dream? Stupid girl. She raised her hand again, but I grabbed her wrist. Mama, I beg. Stop beating her. It won't change anything. For a second, Mama's eyes burned into mine. Then they softened, and she broke into fresh tears. Where did I go wrong? She whispered, rocking herself back and forth. Where did I fail? I raised them with my sweat, with my life. And see what they give me back. I didn't have answers. Because deep down, I was asking myself the same questions. Hours passed. The rain slowed. The room smelled of wet clothes and sweat. Nobody spoke. I kept stealing glances at my sister. Her eyes were swollen, her lips trembling. I wanted to hate her, but my heart broke instead. Finally, Momo's voice came again, low but sharp. Where is your brother? My sister froze. Mama stood. Tell me now, before I carry cutlass and finish him with my own hands. That was when I knew the night was far from over. My sister looked at me. Not at Mama. At me. And her eyes said something words could not. Help me. But I didn't know how to help. Because nothing in this world could prepare me for the truth she was about to speak. Brother didn't force me, she whispered, her voice breaking. The air vanished from the room. Momo's scream shook the walls. I felt my knees buckle. What did she just say? Silence. That was all that remained in our house after my sister's confession. The kind of silence that suffocates you. The kind that makes your chest heavy and your skin hot, as if you're locked inside a room with no air. Mama didn't eat the next day. She didn't even speak. She just sat on her wooden chair, staring at the floor like her whole world had ended. I couldn't concentrate on anything. My head was full of noise. How do you even process something like this? Your brother? Your sister? A secret that has destroyed everything. And Mama, broken, ashamed, dragging herself like a shadow of who she used to be. By the third day, Mama called us together. Her voice was weak but sharp enough to cut glass. You, she pointed at my brother, you will leave this house today. My brother's lips trembled. Mama, please. Don't mama me, she snapped, slamming her palm on the table. You are no longer my son. Whatever demon entered you has swallowed my womb. Leave before I kill you with my hands. The anger in her voice was real, but behind it, I heard something even louder, shame. Because she knew. The neighbors had started whispering. And once Nigerians catch the smell of disgrace, it spreads faster than Harmattan fire. I followed my brother outside. His bag was small, just a few shirts stuffed carelessly. His face looked hard, but his eyes, they were wet. Why did you do it? I asked, my voice breaking. He didn't answer immediately. He looked at the ground, then at the sky, then finally at me. I loved her, he said quietly. My heart broke all over again. You loved her. She's your blood. He flinched but didn't respond. He just started walking. And just like that, the boy Mama once called her crown disappeared from our lives. But his absence didn't heal anything. If anything, it made things worse. Because now Mama was left with the reminder, my sister's growing stomach. Every morning, Mama looked at her like she was staring at a wound that refused to close. Sometimes, Mama would curse her under her breath. Sometimes she'd break into tears while washing plates. God, what sin did I commit that you decided to disgrace me like this? She'd mutter. It was killing me slowly, watching her fade. My sister, on the other hand, carried her shame quietly. She stopped stepping outside. She stopped laughing. She even stopped eating well. She would sit by the window, staring at children playing on the street, her hand unconsciously resting on her belly. One night, I heard her whispering to herself, "I wish I could disappear." Her voice cracked, and I knew she meant it. I wanted to hold her. I wanted to tell her everything would be okay. But the truth, nothing would ever be okay again. By the time people in the street confirmed her condition, gossip spread like wild harmattan fire. Mama Joseph's daughter don't carry bello. That family don't scatter finish. They should have prayed harder. The whispers followed us everywhere. In the market, at the well, even on the road. Mama stopped attending women's meetings. She stopped going to the church she once loved. Shame had swallowed her whole. One evening, Mama sat me down. Her eyes were swollen from crying, but her voice was steady. "Listen carefully," she said. "From today, if anybody asks you, you will say you don't know who is responsible. You will protect this family name with your life. Do you hear me?" I swallowed hard. "But Mama." "Shut up," she barked. "Do you want me to die of disgrace? Do you?" Her tears spilled again. "I have nothing left but you. If you ever open your mouth, you will bury me with your own hands." I nodded, my chest heavy with guilt. Because deep down, I wanted the truth to come out. I wanted my brother to face what he had done. But Mama chose silence. And silence became our prison. The months crawled by. Every day felt like walking barefoot on broken glass. Mama and my sister rarely spoke. When they did, it was either cold commands or tears. I became the bridge, the one trying to hold the pieces together, though I was also breaking inside. The neighbors' whispers turned into laughter. Some would mock openly. "See as shame they walk on two legs," one woman sneered once when we passed. Mama pulled her wrapper tighter and kept walking, her jaw clenched. That night, she cried until her body shook. "Why didn't thunder kill me when I was small?" she sobbed. I had no answer. I just sat there, helpless, watching the woman who gave me life crumble piece by piece. The day my sister went into labor, the heavens opened with rain again. The thunder roared like that first night. Mama didn't want anybody to know, so we stayed inside. No hospital. No midwife. Just sweat, pain, and shame hidden within four walls. My sister screamed until her voice cracked. I held her hand, whispering, "Breathe, breathe," even though my own chest was burning. Mama was there, but her face was hard, her lips sealed tight. When the baby finally came, the cry was loud and sharp, filling the room like judgment. My sister wept. Mama refused to touch the child. "This is not my grandchild," she muttered. "This is the reminder of my disgrace." I wanted to scream at her. I wanted to beg her to hold the baby. But I didn't. Because I, too, was afraid of that child. Afraid of what he represented. Afraid of what our family had become. Weeks passed. The baby grew. My sister loved him fiercely, even though he was a symbol of everything broken. She sang to him softly at night, tears slipping down her cheeks. Sometimes I caught Mama watching from the corner, her eyes wet but her body stiff. She wanted to love that child. I knew it. But shame was a wall too tall for her to climb. Life didn't return to normal. It never could. We lived, but we lived with wounds. Mama carried her shame like a load on her back. My sister carried her child with trembling arms, still haunted by the ghost of what brought him into her life. And me, I carried the silence. The silence Mama forced into my chest. The silence of a truth too heavy to tell. Some nights, I still hear Mama scream in my dreams. That scream from the night she discovered the truth. And every time I wake up, sweating, gasping for air, I realize one thing. Shame doesn't end. It doesn't fade. It lives. It breathes. It sits inside you, whispering every single day. This is who you are now. And no matter how much you try to move on, you can never escape it. Because it follows you like your own shadow. Forever.